friends, and we are back with another video, and today I would like to share my new equipment for filming, photography, just what Jamie really got me for Christmas. It was a bit of a shocker of a Christmas, I have to admit. I was not expecting what I got really at all. It was really good. I was over the moon, absolutely over the moon, to the stage where when I opened up the new camera I was literally almost in tears. It was like, oh, I was just so excited, and I thought, oh, I can see myself now, I'm going to be in focus, I'm not going to be blurred and have to edit and say sorry guys, not in focus, that kind of thing. So I am really excited. So let me show you what Jamie got me for Christmas, or some of the things that Jamie got me for Christmas, to help with filming, videoing and taking photos of my two for YouTube and with my website, basically social media as well. Okay, so the first thing I opened from him was the tripod stand, which is what the camera is currently sitting on at the moment. I used to use this wee handheld thing with the legs that can bend, and it was the most horrendous thing ever, and every time I put my camera on it, it fell over, it kind of wobbled, it wasn't straight, and it just wasn't good at all. So I now have this tripod that is a big tripod, and it can extend quite high. You could probably film me when I'm standing. It also has the handle, so you can, you know, tip it, tilt it, turn it, and you're not going to have a shaky hand. Camera sits quite nicely on it, so that was the kind of first thing I opened. So I don't have the old one to show you what one it is I use because it is in the bin now, don't need it. But the tripod was the first thing that I opened. The second thing that I opened from him was LED lights. Now you all know that I had the big massive lights that I had to put together, and I had to set up the tripod stand, and then I had to put the lights on, and then I had to push the thing in to open up the umbrella and stick the light bulb in, and then I had to put the cover over the top, and I had to plug it in, and I had to do that for both of them, and it was just an absolute nightmare. It was so time consuming. By the time I set that up, it was like, alright, let's get the video done now. And I think because it was such a hassle to set up, it kind of demotivated me a wee bit to do stuff. So he now has bought me these LED lights, which I'll put a clip up to the side here of what they look like. These are called Best lights. They are newer. There's my postman. They are newer lights. I think this tripod's newer. The lights are, it's called Best Light, and it's a 216 leg video lighting, and it basically comes with the tripod stand and the actual light. Now the light screws onto the tripod, and they are battery operated, so it did get me quite a lot of rechargeable batteries. They do take about, I think it's about 6 batteries in each one, possibly 8, I can't quite remember, and I can't look because you know, they are let me just see here, actually 2, 4, 6 batteries. It takes 6 batteries. So it got me quite a lot of rechargeables to charge up, so that, you know, and there's no plugs, so you don't need to plug it in, which is really good. Like, there is no plugs required. And with the lights you also get some filters. So I have two kind of overlay filters. They kind of slide into the front, and you know, there's different ones. So there's like kind of clear ones, there's a kind of pinky coloured ones, and I've got the yellow ones in just now. I'll need to do a wee bit more research into when to use these, because I've never used these before, so I'm going to need to do a wee bit of research into them. But the lights do go really bright, to the point where, like, if you look at it you literally cannot see, and when you shut your eyes you've got all these wee LED lights in front of you. So they are really bright. I've only really got it on setting 3 just now, which isn't even really that high, and the place looks like so bright. which is really good. I do love these lights. The only problem I have with them is if I was going to stand up and do a video, they'd only go to about this high on the floor, not even to me. If they're sitting on the floor, they only go that high, so you know the tripod doesn't extend up. But I do have old tripods where I can attach them onto if I want to use them higher up and point them down the way. But most of my videos I do on the floor, and they're at the right length anyway, they're at the right height, so I don't really need to probably worry about using bigger tripods. And I do apologise, I keep looking at the actual screen on the camera because I can see myself now and not the actual lens, so if I look as if I'm looking a wee bit up, I do apologise. I do need to get used to actually looking at the lens and not the actual screen. I just keep checking to see if I'm in focus because it's just something I'm not used to. So that is the LED lights. They are really good. I did give the old lights to my mum because she does photos as well with Misty, and she has the old lights just now. So I did get 2 of them, and let me just show you the front of the box. That is what it looks like on the box. So they are quite handy, wee small lights. Okay, now on to the big thing. Okay, so for months I have been using the Canon G9X, which doesn't have the flip up screen at the back, so you cannot see yourself. I've had that camera for about 6 months now, and it is a really good camera. The picture quality is amazing and the video quality as well is really good. But the only thing that really annoyed me was that when I was doing videos I wasn't always in focus, and that was my main problem. So I kept moaning and moaning about it. No, there's another video where I'm not in focus, and she was like, you're not in focus, can you not press it? Can you not put your hand around behind the screen and press it? And I said, but I don't know if I'm pressing on me or if I'm pressing something behind me because I can't see the screen. So I opened up this present, and Jamie said that there was a condition with this gift. Now the condition being that if I accept this gift, then I'm going to have to sell my old camera, because there's no point in having 2 cameras, right? Especially when you've got one that's better than the other. So I am going to sell my Canon G9X, and it basically says if I didn't accept this gift, then it would have been a bit of a nightmare to return. And he did tell me the story about how he got it and everything, and I do understand it would be a bit of a nightmare, but why would I even want to return this? Like, really? So this is a Canon PowerShot G7X Mark II. This is a really good camera. The good thing about it is that the screen flips up at the back, and again I'll put a video up to the side and you can see what it looks like with the screen flipped up and more close up, because you're not going to see it because I'm basically using it and I'm on it. So I'll include that clip up to the side now, and you can have a wee look and see. It is a really good camera. The screen can angle different, it can flip up so that you can see yourself. It just needs to be very careful because it is quite delicate and it would probably break very easily. It is bigger and more chunkier to hold. It does weigh a bit more, so it is heavier to hold. So what Jamie has done is he's bought me a selfie stick, and when I'm going around doing kind of like a daily vlog or whatever, I can basically hold the stick, and it means that it's more steady. It's not, excuse me, it's not shaky, and it's a good quality. I've got the hiccups. It's a good quality video. So he's got me the tripod as well for it, or sorry, the selfie stick, and obviously it fits onto the tripod that we're using just now, which is really good as well. So apart from it being a wee bit heavier, and the screen flips up at the back, I found that the quality is so much better than the Canon G9X. It's a wider angle that you can see on the screen, and the lighting is a lot different. Like if I was using my G9X and I didn't have any lights on, it would be fuzzy, it would look pixelated because of the lighting. But when I put the Canon G7X Mark II on, it basically is lighter than what it is, like what the Canon G9 is, and the quality is like really good. So, and I just cannot believe I actually have one of these. This is like the ultimate vlogging camera. I've looked at vloggers on YouTube. I watch It's Judy's Life. They don't have the Canon G7X Mark II. but their vlogs are still really good. The Daily Bumps have the Canon G7X Mark II, and their videos are just absolutely out of this world, but it's all to do with like their own lighting as well. They've got quite big space, a lot of windows, a lot of natural daylight, which is really good for your photos. Who else do I watch? More Zoella, she has the Canon G7X Mark II. So all of these vloggers have this camera, and I'm like, how good is their video quality? And I watch their vlogs and I'm like, I wish mine was like that. And well, it's going to be, because I now have one of these. So that is the box close up there, and you get your instructions in it and everything like that. So I still have to have a wee read. I think I need to kind of jig about with the settings a wee bit, but I'm really excited to start using this camera for vlogs and everything. So from now on we'll have good lighting and good camera quality, and I cannot wait to properly get to use the Canon camera. The only thing I will need to do is get a bigger camera case, because the G9X that I have the camera case doesn't fit the G7X because it is slightly bigger and bulkier. The other thing I need to do is get another battery, because I'm selling the G9X. The battery is obviously going with it. And I did always say to Jamie, a wee spare battery would be good for Christmas, because it means that I wouldn't have to run out of a battery and then wait for one to charge to continue the video of what I'm wanting to do. So I think I'll look into a spare battery as well. He also got me, which I haven't mentioned yet, a 128GB memory card for the camera, which basically means that I can have a lot of minutes of video into one camera. The G9X that I had an 8GB memory card, and I could only record up to 30 minutes on this, but I think I've worked out that you can record up to about 4.5–5 hours on this, which is really good. And I have noticed that the G7X lets me record up to about 20 minutes of video at one time before it cuts off. Don't really know the reason why it cuts off. Again, that's something I need to look into. But the old camera I had, it only let me do like 9–10 minutes. And you know, some of my vlogs basically carry on for like 25 to 30 minutes. So it is really good that I do have a longer time to record. It means that I don't have to keep looking at my phone to say, right, I'm 5 minutes, right, I'm 8 minutes, right, it's going to beep in a minute. And then I'm kind of not thinking what I'm saying, and I get kind of sidetracked. So it is really good, and I can see the time on the screen now. I can see that we're recording. I will be able to see when the camera stops. I can see if myself is in focus or not. So overall, I am just overly excited about this camera. I absolutely love it. I'm looking forward to working more with it and taking pictures of the girls with it. And there is my battery now flashing, because obviously I fiddled about with it that much from getting it to recording. I've done 3 videos today so far, so it has basically been a lot of record time. Okay you guys, so I'm going to leave you there. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video, leave us a comment, and as always, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.